Hello, my name is Taya and I'm a training specialist at Tom Pitt. In today's video, I'm going to talk about quality checklists. The goal of this lesson is to learn what are quality checklists, where to find and manage quality checklists in the Tom Pitt system, and the importance of having an option to create quality checklists directly through the system. Quality checklists are a structured way to ensure that important checks are performed during production. By creating and managing these checklists directly within the system, companies can organize their quality control processes and additionally set them to start automatically during execution. Each checklist can include multiple checkpoints such as verifying the temperature, inspecting the product's appearance, or conducting manual measurements. This flexibility allows businesses to adjust quality checks to their specific production needs. Having checklists defined directly in the system has multiple advantages. Managing these checklists makes it easy to update and adapt them as processes evolve or new quality requirements are set. This can increase product consistency and reduce the amount of material loss. Well-managed checklists also help identify issues early, allowing companies to take action immediately and furthermore lower overall costs. For example, imagine a furniture manufacturing company producing dining tables. A quality checklist for the varnishing operation might include first checking for the smoothness of the table surface. Second check could be verifying that the color of the varnish matches specifications. And the third check would be at the end to inspect the scratches or blemishes. This way, the varnishing process can stay consistent with verified high-quality product at the end. Now let's see how this works in Tom Pitt. You can find quality checklists in the management section of quality, production, or maintenance domain. I'm going to access them through quality, selecting management, and lastly the checklist icon. The quality page shows all created checklists by their code and name along with a tag and description if they are added. You can filter the view by selecting a tag on the left or directly search for a checklist with the search bar at the top of the list. To create a new checklist, select the blue action button at the bottom right corner of the screen. You'll be given two options to copy an existing or create a new one. Select the new option, which will open a form for editing. A code is automatically generated, but you can change it if necessary. Input a name for the checklist and a description if needed. Adding a tag to the checklist will allow you to filter the list on the main page. When you have entered all the information, select the Add button at the bottom of the form. Once a checklist is created, you can add checkpoints to it. Click the blue button under the code and when a new page opens, select the blue action button on the bottom right corner of the page. You're giving the option to copy existing or create new. Select the new option and a checkpoint form will open. A code is automatically generated. Choose a name for the checkpoint, for instance, wood quality check. On the top right corner, you can choose if the point is optional or mandatory by clicking the checkbox. Add a description if needed. And next, input the ordinal number of this checkpoint starting from 0. This is the order in which the points will be executed. You can also add a category to group certain checkpoints together. In the configuration section, select the type of the quality check and write the instructions for executing it. For the type, you can choose from the following. The check option will offer a checkbox to mark in order to pass the quality check. Write the instructions and a confirm text below. For instance, check the wood for damage, and under the confirm text would be undamaged. Once the checkbox is checked, the quality is considered passed. Next is file upload. This option will require you to upload a file to pass the check, like a photo or document to confirm the quality. List will display different options to choose from. Under the section type, you can choose a single or multiple option. The multiple option will allow for more than one valid value, and the single option will include only one valid text. Click the Add New Value button to add a value. Above the text, you will have the option to check if the input is valid or not. For instance, when choosing the multiple option, you can input 3 values that are true and mandatory for the check to pass, and in case you only select 2 during execution, the quality check will be unsuccessful. Or if you choose the single option, choosing only the valid value will pass the check. The next type is number, which will allow you to select the minimal and maximum value of the amount of the selected measure unit below. This will determine if the number of units are within the set boundaries. And lastly, the text option will require you to input a text to describe the quality of the material. If you are unsure what the types mean, you can always check for definitions by hovering over the information icon above the type menu. After you have selected all the necessary information, select the Add button on the bottom of the form. To add additional checkpoints, repeat the process. The bar left to the name indicates if the check is mandatory or optional. In case the check is optional, the line will be gray, otherwise it will be blue. To open an existing checklist, select the button under the code. In case there are multiple checkpoints added, they will be listed in the order selected. To edit a checkpoint, click on the blue code, change the information to your liking, and select the Save button. You can quickly replicate a checklist or checkpoint by choosing the Copy Existing option from the Action button. A new code will be automatically generated. At the top, choose which checkpoint or checklist you want to copy and fill out the needed information before selecting the Add button. And with that, we conclude today's lesson on quality checklists. Let's summarize what we learned in this video. You now know what quality checklists are, you know where to find and manage quality checklists in the TOMPIT system, and you know the importance of having an option to create quality checklists directly through the system. I hope this video helped, and I will see you in the next lesson.